Good day, people, and welcome back to 3DFX. What we're going to do today, you never know. But we're sitting here in Bitwig, my friends, and we're sitting with the the project that we were working on before. I have aptly named it Beam Revival. Because I am actually borrowing from my song Beam Me Up Scotty, which I've written. It's actually uplifting trance. And please don't ask me why I actually named it Beam Me Up Scotty. It's actually, I think it is about, like, when you say Beam Me Up Scotty, it's actually from Star Trek, and they say it because they want to get out of a sticky situation. That's kind of why. You say, beam me up, Scotty, I gotta get out of here, you know? And then they take this, you know, what do you call, when they export themselves with a beam, like that's. And, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a cool name, and therefore the track got that kind of weird name. Because usually it is really hard to be unique when it comes to trance song names and so on. Could be. But that's what we did with that. Any hooters, what we're gonna do, we're gonna dive right into the scene here, and we're gonna see what we can do today. And as we can see right here, I'm just gonna try to play and see what we got here. Very quickly scroll through. So there's some basic drums, and we have some hi-hats, and we actually have a little bit of reverb on that. I could hear that. That sounds really good on that. It's actually just Bitwig's own reverb, which is really good because it's neutral and kind of airy and spacey, so it is a pretty good reverb, I would say. Alright, moving on here to, say, 16 bars. We have written a pluck here, which really sounds kind of funky now. I'm not really sure I'm gonna use this in the final version, if ever this will be a final version of this track. I really don't know yet, but we will see. The first thing that I wrote, I was a little more happy with, I think, when I'm thinking about it right now, the day after or so. I'm gonna mute the pluck here because that was the weirdest sounding one in my opinion. It's always very good to have the habit. If you mixed, like, you know, if let's say you mix today and then you save your scene and you go to bed and you sleep and maybe you work or go to school, whatever you do, guys. And then you come back and maybe you're gonna sit down and have some nice music time. And then it's very good to, like, play it again and listen to see if it was like, just if it feels like it was as good as it was yesterday, that you experienced it being yesterday. And if it wasn't really that, or I mean, if it isn't really that good that you thought it would, thought it were yesterday, today, then maybe there's room for changes or improvements or whatever you want to call it. Or maybe you need to remove something from the mix. And that's very common when it comes to music producing. So anyway, so what I'm gonna do here is just play through the thing that I know that is the difference here. I'm gonna stop talking, but it's just nice talking to you guys, so having my little monologue with you. Anyway, so these are the kicks and the power free kit. And we have this thing over here, which is the, let's see, and that's just supposed to go like that. And I would call that drive or something. Actually, I'm gonna probably call it drive because it's actually what it is. It's like some kind of mid-frequency bass. I would just call it drive because it's trying to drive something. If it's succeeding, it's another question, but I'm gonna call it drive. So there we go. And I'm also unsure if we're actually going to alter the notes of the drive so we actually get something that's looking like a bass line or something, because it is actually kind of a mid-frequency bass line or something like that, I think. so we can actually check if it's mid or not. Also, it's cutting already at 1K. That's maybe a little more than mid, but whatever. That should be the vocal range, 1K. That should be like voices and stuff should probably be cut there. But you know, it depends on what instruments you have, where you cut and whatever. So if it sounds good, it probably is good. And it still sounds good in my ears, the drive, so I will probably keep the drive. But the pluck is another question I'm not really sure of. So if we play the pluck by itself, it sounds a little weird to me, I don't know. Like, we don't really know if we're gonna keep it. Or maybe it's just the volume. We could try lowering it. Sounds a little bit better at -10, I think. Okay, it's a little bit better lower because it sounds weird other ways, but whatever. Alright, that's that. We're gonna move on and see if we can do something more. And here we have the usual 4/3 floor or whatever kick. No, I mean bass kind of stuff. Going a very simple. There we go. So it's a jumpy little rolling bass line that goes. There you go. I think when you want to hear the notes, it's really good to just click on the notes without double clicking, because then they remove it like this. You know, undo that. Thank you. So if you need to hear just a single note, no problem, just clicking on it. Just as long as you don't double click, but just then you remove it. So if you want to remove it, that's fine. Anyway, moving on. So that's the simple bass line that we're having, and when we combine that bass line with that drive, we get this, and this is without the kick. So I lower that 1 dB. You can do as you like, I don't know. Pretty good like that, you know. And after this, now let's say we are at 32 bars and it keeps kicking on for like 16 bars here, and then this starts to happen. And what is that sound? Well, those are the pads that we're starting to introduce. And I'm not even sure if we're gonna use these pads, but they do sound good in the mix so far. And we have basically stolen, let's say, maybe most of the things from Beam Me Up Scouter so far, but we're not gonna make the same track. Just because we have the same chorus here and the same bass line or whatever, it doesn't mean we're creating the same track. And we will realize this when we have played the 48 bars here. So if we go from, say, 41 here, and you can start hearing these what do you call it, crash effects and FX hit or whatever you want to call it. These samples will start playing, but you will not really hear it until the waves start to take shape over here. So we can play from here, and we also have a drum fill here, which you will hear in the mix right now. Alright, so you understand that there's something that needs to be happening there or something. So this could lead up to some action taking place because we have a drum fill. Or we could try to calm it down instead. And I feel there's something, when I listen now, today, I feel there's something missing here. I feel either there's something that needs to go, it needs to go down a riser or downhill riser or whatever you want to call it. But I didn't hear that yesterday. So that emphasizes that it is so important to listen to the track the day after and see what it's off, you know what I mean? But for today, we'll see what we do. Let's see here. Man. I feel the silent one here with the pluck right over here. It's actually the pluck, so let's see. I had another pluck. It was that pluck. Okay, that is not so good, so I might actually I don't know, maybe I couldn't have that. I'll call this bridge pluck or something. Rename this thing, and I will have pluck here. I could call pluck 2. It's the simplest way to do. Rename pluck 2. There we go. And listen to this for a bit. Okay, so this one we have automation on, and it does sound quite nice in the beginning. Because what I remember about this, I think it was 2 days ago I mixed this, but what I remember now is that before I didn't notice it went this clear, like with the pluck. I thought I was I know I was mixing too much. I was spending too much time on it and whatever, but I wanted to do it back then because I didn't feel like anything else, so I did it, and it's fine to do. The important thing is you come back the day after and you check and you see, is this the way you really want it, or do you want to do some kind of changes to your mix? So what we're going to do with this, again, I'm gonna listen here and see. I'm gonna uncheck the solo here and here it starts to get too bright for me. Okay, so there we go. It's acceptable from here to here, but here it starts to get harsh, or I don't know, it's just something in me saying that's too much. So let's go and have a look. We have filter A and filter control cutoff being mixed as what do you call it? Rather automation. Yes, hard word. Let's try again. So see, this one seems pretty. So I thought my ears told me that up to there it's fine, and then it's getting too much. So we can try to do this instead. So okay, let's just try to play this again. I just did a little slope right over here, but my plan is to maybe move it from here to over there so it gets more balanced timing wise. We will see, it depends how it sounds in the mix and whatever. Let's try. And let's try the whole mix. Check my timing. 50 minutes. And I close my eyes, as you can see now. Just trying to imagine it. Like, is it right or is it wrong? I feel... Now we're gonna try to move this thing to 83 over, maybe over here or something. See what's happening. I'll close my eyes and see. I'm just trying to feel it and see if I can feel Okay, so I notice now when the kicks are coming, kicks are used to emphasize, to make something stronger, you know, more intense. And if you do a low cut or something, or a cut off while that thing is going on, it's like your brain is telling you something's going to increase, and then you're lowering the cutoff. It feels wrong, you know what I mean? So maybe you could instead just try to, I'm gonna cut that off, and let's just try to increase all the time, but not increase like so much and not have a slope there. I'm gonna try that and we'll see. I'm gonna probably put it at just 70% and we'll see what happens. Okay, so you can see now that we have gone from making it a little muddy like that with the cutoff and whatever to quite clear there, but not so clear it gets harsh or whatever you want to call it. So, but I feel it's a little muddy in the beginning here. So like if you're playing it from here, it's really creeping in pretty early. So, and it's like you can't really hear it there. So you could try improving that. Maybe around there. But I feel it's a little uninteresting that way. Let's see the opposite. Let's try again. Okay, so it's working, I mean, for me, but I'm gonna try to up this one so the ridge gets a little more and see if it gets harsh or not. And 70, let's do 80. And because I wanna feel it coming up too, so that's a little more of a rise there. The rise came in the middle there. So that's a little more balanced. It's good because the kind of you can hear it in the coming in the middle kind of. So let's try it again. Alright, I think, you know, we have it, it's decent, so let's just try putting a point over here and going down like this. So you can do like that also if you like. Now let's see. Okay, that's a little over course there, so let's just have it like that. Okay, so let's just bring it over here, see what happens. Now I did what I shouldn't. I lowered this one even, though this intensity comes here, but it depends, you know, if you want a special feeling. It's I like that kind of dark sounding stuff coming on there. So I'm gonna go with this. It's not the end of the world. So after this, we basically, I would call this a bridge. So I'm gonna write bridge over this because it kind of connects the intro with the break that will come after this or something. So what we will do, my friends, I'm just gonna write bridge like this. That's what we're gonna do, and from this alright, so right over here we bound to have some form of break, so let's do a break here. Let's just mark it up like that, and we could just as well call this start there. There's a break there, that's not a break. It's called, what do I call this? Like maybe actually lower this a little bit more. And maybe, because I don't really like the sound of the pluck so much, we could also maybe EQ that a little bit. Oh, let's see here. Okay, let's have both. Can I have both these two, please? Okay, I can't, this is weird. Like, I wish I could just select both of these points, just dragging over them and then move them. It doesn't work like that. Let's see. Can I click and drag it? Nope. What happens if I... That's a little annoying. Okay, that's the resonance. That's good. Okay. But, okay, so how do I move it? Like... I'm not used to Bitwig CQ, so yeah, a little bit annoying, but this one, maybe, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna decheck this and I'm gonna try with a split EQ because I feel that could be really beneficial. If it could work with that, let's try this. I'm just gonna see. A little bit of a low cut there, so okay, well, I'm having problems hearing what it's doing. And this is the problem, when you have two basses, you don't really know which one of them you should EQ. Is it this one or is it the other one? there's something about that sound that I don't like. You know, we can spend ourselves EQing ourselves to death and not really finding this, so... Actually, this one gives on a lot of noise too, so... What do you know, we take a split EQ on that and see what happens. So that's the hats. Let's have this gonorrhea and let's try this one. Because this gives a lot of noise, so let's see what we can do by just cutting it a little. Okay, let's try again. Nothing seems to be happening. Okay. Okay, so this is useless. Anyway, we'll just let's see here. Oh, okay, screw this. Let's try to. And I feel. I might need a different bass line of some kind. And maybe not so melodic notes on this thing. Let's see what happens if we do something differently. Don't really know what we're gonna do there now, actually. I think it's better we focus on trying to make this track come alive here, so we'll probably do the break instead if it's possible here. Let's see. Let's see, these pads here are for having the break right over at 113. So I was thinking have the break at once here and not having any extra pads here. You don't really, I mean, so we just get kicking with something. So because it's over at 2 minutes right over here. So I'll probably try to listen through the song and see if I can find something that just resonates with this. And we'll listen from here. We'll listen from here instead. So I noticed another thing here, like the pad here needs to be more maybe rhythmical, perhaps. Either that or something else. Okay, and I also noticed this one, of course, has to be. We have to have. We have to make like a bass line of this, like let's see. So I'm gonna write something and see how it reacts. Let's have just having change it. That's a little earlier there, but what we do, we move this here and we take one copy of this over there perhaps. And we'll see. That didn't work, so we take this over here and try this. So I can feel also you cannot use this one because it gets too intense there. So maybe can I just cut this without destroying the song? Let's see. Seems I could. Let's try to connect these instead, like this perhaps. And here in the crescendo we have the snare fill, so actually we're missing a few beats here, so we will have those perhaps. let's have let's just see what happens if we can have them there, perhaps. So you can vary that thing a little bit. What if we do a break here? Oh, that doesn't work. Let's just have a break right over here instead, see what happens. Doesn't work. And the track has to begin there somewhere. And we gotta have like a melody and so on there. So what we're gonna do, it's gonna check my time, we're at 36 here. So let's add an instrument track here and see what we can do. I'll just call this one main or something, main one, let's call it that. Copy, got it, rename, main one. Let's see what we can come up with if it's possible. So I'm gonna write with this is so important that I have to use silent one. So where are you? There you go, thank you. So I'll just use fantastic block as always. See if we can find it. Let's try this. See, okay, so it's a little daft, but well, okay, let's see. Let's have it. Let's see here. Okay, let's make it green. It's main after all. And we will try to write in 8 bars, I think it is. Or what is it? Come on. Let's see here. It is 8 bars, yeah. Good, so, and I will have it like this, and I'll repeat on, and we'll see. So now we really need to try to feel this. Let's see. So let's just try to write now. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Let's just, nope, nope. Let's do another pacing. Okay, I gotta have that then, I guess. Let's see where I am. Let's see. So it feels like nope. Oh, come on. Let's just do this longer. It's just right. Testing myself. At the moment I'm not feeling the music, so it's a little tricky now, but let's delete this. This is complicated, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna shut off the delay, it's starting to annoy me a little. There we go. And the distort, I don't know if I want that. Reverb can be on. Can actually use 12 dB there. So how can I get to feel this? Maybe I just need to have a beat on this or something. Let's just get a kick here. See if that helps us somehow. Let's see here. There we go. No, it doesn't help the melody. So what we're gonna do, we cut the kick and we put in the bass, which we have here. So I probably want it there or something. Okay, I feel I need darker sounding stuff here. Here. Oh, hello. Let's see. They're not really moving, that's annoying. Why is not that working, man? We want these down. Okay, let's move the whole... Whoops, what's happening, man? No, thank you. Idiot. So let's do... We will take this entire annoyment and problem. It's the same. Why can I not get loose of this? It's so annoying, man. What I will do is I will just get the real fantastic plug because I took another. Where is it? Hate when I can't find stuff there. No, I don't want that. That's crap, man. Give me my plug. There we go. Absolutely never have too many sounds. You will never find them. It's complete idiotic. Let's have this. And there's no delay. That's perfect. Moving on. I'm gonna rewrite kill and start over. So we probably need something in the key of this thing here. So let's have that down here and change it. So we go over here. So let's have it like this. Nope. It's a ton easier now, so. Now we can write what we was after. Now we finally got this. It's so much easier when you got a proper pluck. There we go. We got some structure here. I'm gonna go to F. There we go. Now let's have these. Oopsie daisies, wrong pacing. Let's have it there. No, that's wrong. Let's see where I am. See here. Okay, so this one has gotten a hold of himself. There we go. And we're back, I think. See, that's gotta be. See if. I'm just gonna. Nope. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I've written a basic arpeggio here, so let's change this a little. Like that. So there we have a beginning of a melody to something. So like, let's have it over here. And then we will say beam revival, like that. And we will see. Let's do this. And let's just slap reverb on this. Sounds much better. Yeah. As in the chorus. Not too much cutoff here. Be careful with that. Wait. Could use 12 dB if you like. Depends if you want more intensity, that's for the 1 dB, it evens it out, so it could be good. Especially if you're using 12 dB maybe. Up to you. I'm actually gonna go with 12 dB, I like a little intensity there. And it sounds clear, so we will see what we use in the end. And re-trigger's up to you. You could use it if you want some more punch. And you could, if you want more, you could use compression and re-trigger also. But then you have to kind of lower the volume, so I would only maybe use re-trigger. In that case. Alright, now we got something, and so, no, we're not gonna octave it down, let's go. So the problem here is the bass line is doing the same thing, so we will see how it sounds with a kick. Let's see if it's getting up, thank you. Let's get this kick over here. See what happens. And let's have some hi-hats. There we go. Hi-hats are a little loud, so yeah. Sounds pretty decent like that. Good start. Let's see what we can do out of this. I'm going to slap on a replica because it just sounds the best of the best. So, and I'm probably shutting off the it's bouncing around, of course, because it's thinking that I want to use the delay mode, which I don't probably. So let's use diffusion on that. Here I feel I want re-trigger. Maybe even compression, you know. But I will maybe not use this compression. De-check the chorus because it can mud up the track. Oh yeah. That key track makes it cool. Alright, we got something. See here. Let's lower this. I'm gonna try the delay mode. No, probably not. We'll go with this. All right, enough playing. Let's see. So we need complementary stuff here. So and I feel kind of the sub bass is disappearing a little. Alright, so cool, we got something, but let's have something else happening right over there. Let's see here. What if we could take the pad and make it a pluck, like this pad here. So I'm simply gonna steal this thing here, and we will cut, and we will cut, and we cut, and I will go over here, and I will cut. Let's see, I'm gonna cut the ether probably, or maybe not. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna take this. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna steal this MIDI clip over there. We're gonna redesign this. So let's bring down the. Let's mute this thing and. retrigger on the. No, that's not. Or maybe a little. How is it together with the other sound? Let's have this sound lower. Okay, so it's probably gonna sound crap in the morning. Feel already probably it's kind of muddy. But yeah, whatever. Don't know, man. All right. Yeah, well, we made a little bit of sound design here, so you know what? I will take a little break here, and might come back later and check this out, see what we can do. All right. See you soon.